Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let us see the step-by-step procedure how to submit a manuscript for Elsevier publication. In this video, I have selected a new journal called as International Journal of Engineering Science. The publication partner is Elsevier. So this is the official website of International Journal of Engineering Sciences. The citation score is 14.0, the impact factor is 7.155, and the acceptance rate is very low. The acceptance rate is 5%. So after submission, the time taken for the first decision is somewhere around 3.8 weeks. It is nearly a 1 month. And once the paper is ready for the acceptance after a small review, um, the review time takes 4.4 weeks. If we just scroll down, we can see the recent publications in this journal. Now, let us see where the International Journal of Engineering Sciences is indexed. So, which are all the international databases it is indexed in. So, let me click on this link. Let us check out where it is indexed. So, if we go for about the journal under abstracting and indexing, so we can see the list of international databases where this journal is indexed. Almost we can see here the 17 different international databases where the International Journal of Engineering Science is indexed. With this minimum knowledge, with this basic knowledge, we can move on to the next step, that is how to submit our manuscript. So request all the viewers to watch this video till the end. Let me click on this link, submit your article. Once we are passing through this link, so that takes us to the editorial manager. We can clearly says edit welcome to editorial manager for International Journal of Engineering Science. It is asking for please enter the following username and the password. Since I am the first time user, so let me go for register now. So there is a separate link called as a register now. Once if we click the register now, it takes you to the different page. The page is called as pre-registration page. So it is asking for the first name, the family name or the last name followed by the email address. So let me give my first name followed by the email ID. A valid email ID is required here. So let me click on this option called as continue. That takes to the next page, that is called as the registration page. Before submitting your manuscript for International Journal of Engineering Science, the registration is very important. So it is asking for the first thing is it is asking for the login details. What are the login details? It is asking for enter preferred username. The preferred username can be any username of your choice. So for I will type my preferred username followed by the password. Let us retype the password. Retype the same password for authentication. The next is the personal information. The personal information, it is asking for a title, whether it's a Mr. or a doctor, whatever it is, or a professor. So give the title. So Mr. followed by name, followed by the degree. The degree, let it be the highest degree. So I am a MTech graduate. I will go with the MTech is my highest degree, followed by preferred name, the nickname. Once again, it is asking for the preferred name. The name can be anything, or it may be the preferred username what you had given previously. So let me give the same name. Primary contact number, that is the primary phone number. Secondary phone number, if you are having the secondary phone number, you can just give the secondary phone number, or else you can leave it. Primary contact, primary phone number, it is very clearly saying that including the country code. So whichever the country you people belong to, please mention the code over there, followed by a secondary phone number. Secondary phone is for mobile or a beeper, home, work, administrative assistant. So whichever is apt for you people, you can just select it, otherwise you can leave it. So fax number, if fax number is available, you please enter the value or enter the credentials. If it is not available, so let us move on. So this is the basic registration, but still it is not completed. So if you are just scrolling down the page, you can see the institution related information. So what is the current position in your organization? Whether you're a student or whether you're a worker, if you're a worker, what is the current position? So I am working as an assistant professor at an engineering college. I'm just going to give the same position. So institution, so where exactly we are working for. So here the notification is very clearly given over here. Start typing to display potentially the matching institution. So let me start typing the few letter of my organization so that it shows the options. Yes, the option is readily available. Let me select the option. So to the department which I belong to, I work for mechanical engineering department, and the address of the institution where I am working for. So this is the address. Let me quickly type the address. It is asking for the state where the organization is located, followed by the postal code. So the country or region is the country where you people belong to, followed by address is for work, home or other. So whichever the address you have given over there, so please select the feasible option. Since I have given the institution related information, so I am selecting it as a work. Let us move for the next option. It is asking for available as a reviewer. Since I'm a beginner research scholar, let me select this one as no. The next option, areas of interest or expertise. Please indicate your areas of expertise either by selecting from the predefined list or using the select personal classification button, or by adding your own keywords individually using the new keyword field and associated add button. So what is this? We are supposed to add few areas of our personal interest. So it is already predefined. We are just supposed to select the field. So let me click on this one, edit personal keywords. So no personal keywords has been added. So let me type of the few personal keywords. Yes, now I have added minimum five is required, five different keywords. So let me click on continue. So thereby the primary registration is completed. The next thing is confirming the registration. Please confirm the following very important information. So the given the first name, the last name, followed by the username, followed by the email, valid email address, followed by the country or the region I belong to. So let me click on this privacy policy. We respect your privacy. Please tick the box if you don't want to wish to receive news, promotion, special offers about our products and services. So I accept the publisher's terms and conditions and privacy policies and the Aries privacy policy. So with this, let me go for continue. Suppose if any modifications has to be done, so please let us go. You can click on the previous page. Now let me go for the next page. Let me click on continue option. Hence by the primary registration is completed. There is a small message over here. Check for your email for a message to confirm your registration. Note that the editorial manager may have assigned a different username if the one you selected is already in use. So now let me go for the login page. So what is the username what I've taken, followed by the password. So please give the credentials and click on the author login. What is the aim of this video? We want to submit a manuscript. Let me click on this option, submit a manuscript. By this time, please ensure that your manuscript is ready. Actually, the page what we are seeing as of now is a new updation maybe. Generally, these things will not be asked. I think it is a type of a few registration question. It is new for me as well. So let us see what it is there. So please complete the items below to continue. It is the diversity and inclusion. It is asking for help us to establish evidence-based action plans and measure progress on diversity and inclusion goals towards greater equity in publishing and research. Click the link below before proceeding to the journal main menu. Yes, there is a small inclusion over here. Let us see. Let us check out what's there here. Let me click on this one. It is the some few maybe few questionnaires. Elsevier is deeply committed to fostering a supportive and inclusive scientific community. Your responses to these three questions will help us to establish action plans and measure progress towards greater diversity, inclusion, and equity. This data may be used to improve diversity across editorial processes but is otherwise analyzed and reported in aggregate. Your responses will not be visible or used when evaluating journal submission. Very clearly mentioned, three questions are there. Let us uh, give the options and we can go for the manuscript submission. With which gender do you identify the most? Yes. Let me go for the next question. The very simple. Uh, what are your ethnic origin or ancestry? So that means to say that very clearly it is select all the geographical areas from which your ancestors first originated. So our ancestor originated, yes. How would you identify yourself in terms of race? Yes, you can give the option. Race is nothing but the colors, isn't it, my dear friends? Um, yes, if you want, you can just prefer it as I prefer not to disclose, or you can just give it as a Asian or a Pacific or a black or whatever it is. Yes, let us not stress too much on all these things. Our aim is to submit the paper now. Yes, return back to the journal. Thank you for helping us to do better. Your responses will help us to improve diversity in the research community. Yes, to return to the journal, click on the button below or close this browser window. Yes, let me click on this return to journal. Let me continue. That takes to the manuscript submission page. The three questions are given and the text the submit a manuscript option. Here we can see the author's main menu. It is clearly showing the new submission, the revisions and the completed. So this is the procedure followed by the International Journal of Engineering Science once the manuscript is submitted. Now, what is our aim? Ours is the first step. We should submit a new manuscript. So let me hit on this option, submit a new manuscript. So that takes to the next page, that is choose the article type of your submission from the drop down menu. So before doing all these things, please ensure that your manuscript is ready as per the Elsevier template. The Elsevier template is available in the Google. Clear? Okay. So let me click on this one. What is the type of article? It is the short communication or a news or any correspondence or a full-length article or a review article. So what I'm going to select now here is the full-length article. So let me click on this proceed. We can see the list of options over here. The first one is article type selection, attachment of files, general information, review preferences, additional information, comments, and the last is the manuscript data. As of now, the first one is given as a tick mark saying that the article type selection process is completed and we are into the second stage. So what is the second stage? Please provide a single file containing your manuscript now. Data included in your manuscript may be used to populate information for you later in the submission process. Now let me go for the browse option or make use of drag and drop files here. So let me click on this browse option. On the desktop I've just kept a new file under the name manuscript. So let me click on this open option. We can see it is getting uploaded. It is 1.8 MB. It uploads in no time. Yes. Not to forget here, it is not only the manuscript we are supposed to upload. There are few more options that is where we are supposed to upload. It is asking for manuscript without author details. Very important. See, now what we have done is wrong actually. Even I was not aware of this fact. Only after the uploading I'm able to know the fact here. So these two are required for submission. What is that? Let us see one by one. Title page with author details and manuscript without author details. So why it is done so? Why it is done so? The very important is it is called as the blind review. So in the manuscript, the name of the author or the organization where they are working or any information pertaining to the first author or the second author should not be disclosed. So here we are supposed to submit a title page with author details separately, followed by a manuscript without author details separately. The first one is the title page with author details. So there is a separate MS Word file with the title of the manuscript followed by the details of the author. Let me select this one and let me browse. Let me browse the title page. So we can see it is uploaded over here. It is the order number is 1, item number is title page with author details. Same thing I've given. The name of the file is title page with page document. Yes, it is uploaded. The second thing is manuscript without the author details. Let me select the manuscript without author detail. So let me go for browse. Let me select the manuscript. Now the manuscript is free from author credentials. So you can see it is uploading over there. Yes, it is successfully submitted. So we can see the first order is one with a title page. The second order is a manuscript without the author details. Yes, the two you can see there is a tick mark indicating a successful submission. You can stop here the submission process. We can stop here, but if you are very much interested, you can select a few more items over here. So what is that? Cover letter, response to reviewer, review reports, highlights, latex source file, list of figure, tables, conflict of interest, author agreement. If there is any small video still if it is available, any MATLAB figures if it is available, all these things can be uploaded. But out of all these items, these two are very much required. One by one, let me give you a quick information of the items in the drop menu. Cover letter. What is the cover letter? Cover letter indication of one sheet reference what you are given. So what is the amount of work you have done? What is your contribution towards the manuscript? So it is just one cover sheet. You can mention that one. Or next is any review reports, that is after the first revision. The next is highlights. Generally we watch any sports, right? So what are the highlights? One of the important elements is taken and made it as a video. So what are all the important elements in your manuscript? You can just put it in a line and you can just highlight those things. Maybe the different types of process, or maybe the analysis process, or maybe anything you obtained from the graph. All those things you can show it as the highlights, followed by the latex source file. If you are done using a latex source, yes, you can upload that file. And list of figures and tables separately, followed by the any conflict of interest. If there is any conflict of interest, yes, you can please mention the conflict of interest. Otherwise, please mention it as there is no conflict, there is no known conflict of interest while preparing the manuscript. The same way, if any video is there, or a video still is there, any MATLAB references is there, so if any extra information is there, you can select it and browse and upload it separately. But as of now, for this International Journal of Engineering Science, as of now, it is these two are required and it is submitted. So with this, the two files, let me go for proceed option. So that takes to the next level of submission of the manuscript. It is asking for please provide the requested information. What is the information? Select the section or category related to your manuscript from the drop down menu below. So what is the category? It is belonging to solids and materials, or fluids or gas, or it is the CME article. So the my manuscript is based on solids and material. So let me, since I'm purely worked on different types of material, I will select this first option and let me go for proceed option. The next thing is it is asking for the next information, that is please provide the requested information. What is that? It is asking for suggested reviewer. At this junction, at this point of time, all my dear friends, yes, it's very important to keep two references name as the reviewers. The two reviewers would be the what you are selecting would have got a good name in that particular field on what you have prepared your manuscript. So suggesting two reviewers is required for submission. The current suggested reviewer list, it's not yet given. Let me click on this add suggested reviewer. So the first name of the reviewer, the middle name, the family name, the degree, position, institution, the department, and why you are selected this. That's very, very important. Now the two suggested reviewers are added, and let me go for the proceed option. So that takes to the next level of manuscript submission. The next is the additional information. So it is asking for funding acknowledgement. If it is any funding, if it is received from any other source, we are supposed to mention in the manuscript. What is this? It is asking for please confirm that you have acknowledged all organizations that funded your research and provided grant numbers where appropriate. Yes, all the funding source has been acknowledged. But in my manuscript, I very clearly mentioned this is a self-funded work. No organization or have financially supported for this one. As I told you, I'm a beginner research scholar. It is the self-funded research work. The next is that itself I have mentioned in the manuscript. That is what I'm giving the answer over here. All funded sources have been acknowledged. For me, there are no funded sources was acknowledged. Yes, the next is that this journal is a double blind reviewing policy. What is that? So, as I told you, we removed the author's information. That is nothing but the double blind reviewing policy. I don't know to whom this manuscript goes to, or the manuscript, the reviewer of this manuscript doesn't know the who is the owner of this manuscript. Even I do not know. Even the reviewer doesn't know. So henceforth it is called as a double blind reviewing policy. I have uploaded my title page separately and removed all the personal identifier from the manuscript. Yes, I have done that one. The next thing is data in brief. Does your submission include data in brief? It is optional. So that is not required. Let me clearly mention my submission does not include data in brief. The next is, does your submission includes method article? No, it doesn't include anything as such. So let me click on this one. My submission does not contain a method X article. The next step is to complete your submission, you must select a statement which best reflects the availability of your research data or code. Important message is given. This statement will be published alongside your article. If you have selected other, the explanation text will be published verbatim in your article online and in the PDF. If you have not shared data code and wish to do so, you can still return to attached file. Sharing or references research data and code helps other researchers to evaluate your findings and increases trust in your article. Find a supported data repositories in author resources. including the free to use the multidisciplinary open Mendeley data repository. So any data, whatever we are given in the manuscript, we should tell where it is available. So data availability statement, DAS. That is what it is asking. This is also one of the new thing that it has been updated in a very recent time. So let me click on this one. No data was used for research described in this article. The data has been confidential. Since it is a research data, since I don't want to mention before the completion of my PhD, let me keep it as a confidential. So authors don't have the permission to share the data. Yes, I have the permission to share the data, but let me keep it confidential. Or the data will be made available on the request. That is for sure. Yes, I can select this one. Or the next, the authors are unable or have chosen not to specify which data has been used. For example, I have shared the link. Yes, if it is the if you want to share the link of any data, means we can go for the submission link where we attached our manuscript file. For time being, let me take it as data will be available on the request. The reason why this is introduced on very recently is to best of my knowledge, it is introduced very recently. So most of the manuscripts were having a normal data, like the data taken from the other journals, and the data availability statement was not available. So now the few journals have just converted one more, just updated one more new link in their websites, saying that the data availability statement are very much required now. The next thing is the free reprint service. Do you want to share your research early as a reprint? Reprints allows for open access to and citation your research prior to the publication. If you want a quick publication or it's late, generally that takes 24 months after the publication. Whichever you want, you can just select. I will just select no, I don't want. I want to share my research early and openly as a preprint. The last, almost we are at the last. Please enter any additional comment would you like to send to the publication office. These comments will not appear directly in your submission. Any comment, any additional note, if you want to keep it in this, yes, you can keep it. Like this is the original article, something like that. So for time being, I will just write the same thing. So there is a small note what I've there is a small note I've given. So let me go for the proceed option. That's the last option in the manuscript submission. So it is asking for the full title. Now yes, our manuscript is very much required now. So where is the manuscript? Manuscript is on the desktop. Let me open the manuscript. Instead of typing, we can just go for the copy paste. So this is my title. So let me copy, let me paste over here. The next option is the abstract. Once again, go for the abstract portion, copy paste the abstract option, followed by the few keywords. But here directly we cannot copy paste the keywords. By because keywords must be separated by semicolons. Each individual keyword may be up to 256 characters in length. So these are the various keywords I've selected. It should be separated by colons. Let me separate one by one colon. So limit is 6 keywords should be given. So these are all the various keywords I've selected. The next is the author list. Please check the institution is up to date. Your institution should match your manuscript. Um, uh, I am the first author and I am the corresponding author. The second author, if you are willing to provide any the second author name, is you can do it. Otherwise, you can leave it. No issues. As of now, I'm not going to give any the second author. I'm the manuscript is prepared by my own, and I'm just going to give only one name, that is my name. The next is the current funding source list. As I told you, there are currently no funding source in the list. It is taken as it is. The next thing is funding information is not available. So let me submit everything over here, submit and save later. This is the last step in submission of the manuscript. But what it is asking, you can see the action link. This is the title of my manuscript. It is submitted on this date and the current status is incomplete. How to make it as a complete submission? So let me go for action link. You can see the three options over here: edit submission, remove submission and send email. Let me go for edit submission. So edit submission means if there is any changes, if you want to do it, you can do it. Otherwise, once again, just click on proceed option. Yes. Let me click on this option called as build PDF for approval. This is the very important step. So now you can see whatever the manuscript it is there, the complete thing it will be built now. The next thing is publishing option. This is very important. So what is this? Let me click on this publishing option. As I told you, if you want to publish this option very quickly within no time after your submission, we are supposed to pay US dollar of 4,750 US dollar. That is called as a gold open access. So upon my acceptance, my final published journal article will be immediately available to everyone. That is what I mentioned. So immediately it has to be shown to everyone. That's nothing but the open access. So I need to pay APC. What is APC? Article publishing charges of 4,750 excluding taxes. Oh my god. Yes. Now, what if I just go for, I don't want it as immediately it should not be available. Let it be available after a few days or few months. So that is few months is nothing but the 24 months. So I understand that I must wait for 24 months. The previously what I had uploaded the journal, so that is submitted and that is accepted for the publication. But to available online, I should wait for 24 months. Then only my citation would increase. Clear? So no issues. Let us wait for 24 months. So with this, I will select this as the subscription article and let me click on save and return. Now let me click on proceed option. Yes, now it is asking for, it is still building a PDF. That's the current status. Accept ethics in publishing. Yes, obviously we should follow few ethics in publishing. What are the few ethics? The manuscript submitted over here should not be submitted to other journal. Once if I'm getting the rejection from this journal, yes, I've got a full liberty to accept as to submit for the different journal. So there are few ethics, something like this. So let me click on this I accept. So it's still building a PDF that takes some time. So let us wait for a few seconds. Once I have accepted the ethics in publishing, it is the current status is asking for needs approval. So what is that needs approval? So let me go for view submission once again. We can see the the PDF version of our manuscript what we have submitted. So this is the complete PDF version. This is how it looks like after building the PDF. Now let me give the approval. So let me approve the submission. So this is the last step in the submission of manuscript. Let me update my personal information or proceed without ORCID ID. I don't have ORCID ID. Let me click on this one, proceed without ORCID ID. Are you sure you want to approve this submission? Yes, I want to submit. I want to approve the submission. Let me click on OK. Now you can see the author's decision. Thank you for submitting the title page. Now let me go for main menu. This is just the approval, not the complete submission. Now You can see here the submission is being processed. Let me click on this one. You can see very clearly view submission. Once again, if you go for that, PDF will be opened, or you can see the current status is submitted to journal. So by this time you would have received one confirmation mail from International Journal of Engineering Science saying that this has been successfully submitted. Is it clear? So once I will just log out and I will show what is the status once again. So let me log out for a while. So that will be the editorial manager. That's the home page for International Journal of Engineering Science. That is where we would give our credential. Let me log in once again and let me show you for a while. This is the home page. This is the login page. The username followed by the password credential. You can see the submissions is being processed. This is the current status of the submitted manuscript. Let me click on this one. The current status is submitted to journal. So this is the end of submission of manuscript to International Journal of Engineering Science. So let us wait for few days. As per the journal information, the first review process is up to 3.8 weeks. That is almost a 4 week. That is almost 1 month. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I request you to share this video with your friends and the PhD fellow mates. So hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up for this video. Let me talk to you in the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice time. Wait this channel for next video. Have a nice time. Bye.